Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are now in Ray's Juke Joint. Lights are on. Too early to drink because it's Sunday morning. But later on the day the drinks will be flowing. And I'm here. My girl Alise. My girl Alise is here with me. She is back. Alise is back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm
And
back.
so how you been?
I've been all right. Some things went on, but I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got your Bears beanie on. You got your Jack Sanborn jersey on. You're
Jack man.
Yeah, you're ready. You're ready. He's been making some noise. We're gonna talk about him a little bit later on.
Yes.
And I'm excited because this is your first time on the YouTube channel. And
I know, right?
And we didn't do live, so we could
No.
we can go just throw you to the fire and shit. But we're gonna do once Eric comes back, we'll do a live.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Live stream. Shout out to Eric. Y'all know Eric, our guy. Eric is our baseball guy. He's our gambling man. He's just an all around just smart ass motherfucker.
All around guy, man.
Yeah, he's just
all
good.
Around.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
Love my man Eric. Alise, you're back.
What's up?
Man. You're back.
I am back. I am. I'm back.
You've been gone for a while, but you've had a lot to smile about.
Yes.
About. I mean, there's some things we got to talk about. That is not really.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, it's not really worth talking about. But we got to talk about it because we just cover what we cover. But But one thing I wanted you to get a chance, because I told everybody when you come back, you're going to have a lot to say about a certain prediction you made back in September. So this is your show, Alise. This is not me. I'm just facilitating you being able just to speak your mind on your channel, in your room, all of the above. So I'm just going to, shut the fuck up and let you go. So Alise, go ahead. Tell us all how you feel. September 6th, you said something special.
I did say something special. I, back in September, I said, Caleb Williams was going to be my dark horse MVP candidate. I just loved his game. I loved his moxie. I loved everything about him. And what do you know? Here we are. It's December. And they just gave the Heisman Trophy to Caleb Williams. Like, do I know ball or what? I mean, the kid just balled out the whole season. Him going to USC with Lincoln Riley was just amazing because they just have good chemistry together. It's crazy how they were able to make it work. They put USC back on the map. Unfortunately, Utah got the best of them again, and they couldn't get into the playoffs, but that's no mistake in this spectacular season Caleb Williams had. And, man, could he do the repeat? It's possible. I was looking at it yesterday. We haven't had repeaters, so could he be the first one?
He could be.
He could be. We'll have to see.
But at the same time, there's a certain wide receiver that is a rival of yours that might be the one getting it next year. But I don't know because they got to get a new quarterback. They got to put it in the quarterback.
Well, the quarterback they have coming up actually played with Marvin Harrison Jr. in high school, so that chemistry's already there.
Wow. See, I didn't know that. That's why you're that's why you're the one that knows all this stuff. I don't be knowing all the ins and outs of the college football game. So you're telling me that Marvin Williams Jr. high school
Marvin Harrison.
I mean, that's what I said. What I said. What I said.
You said Marvin Williams.
Who the fuck is that? Oh, basketball player? He got kids? I don't know. Anyway, Marvin Harrison Jr. Son of the great Indianapolis Colt Marvin Harrison. Peyton would be Peyton without him, so we know that
exactly. Yeah,
but his son has been,
I said they needed each other.
Yeah, his son has been balling, as we know, in Ohio State. Basically, he's jumped to the number one receiver over Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that's kind of hard to do. But I mean, Jackson Smith has always been with like a 2-3 because we had because of Olave and
Wilson and
Johnson.
And,
is it Johnson? The other third one, the one that went to is he at the
Williams. Jameson Williams.
I knew it was one of them common ass names. But yeah, so since we're talking about the Heisman, congratulations on your prediction.
Hey, man. Congrats to Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Congrats to him.
Caleb Williams. Yeah, you called that. You called it. And because it was like we were talking about like the first week or second week of college football. And Eric, you and me were talking about it, and you just out the blue. Hey, Caleb Williams. Because I had mentioned the transfers. Remember we were talking about the transfers?
Yeah, you had brought up transfers, and that made me think of Caleb Williams. And I'm like, he's coming from Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley. And if you watched any of his games from Oklahoma, like when he replaced Spencer, you're like, oh yeah, this kid's gonna be special. This kid's gonna be
problem with USC going forward. And that's just them and UCLA coming to the Big Ten. That's just gonna be
2024. Yeah, they coming to the Big Ten.
Not next year, 2024.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they're ready for that, but
it's a different kind of football.
That's a different kind of football, but hey, maybe they prove us all wrong and they'll be ready for that. But for now, they gonna own the Pac-12 for now. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. So while you were away, another major thing happened for you. This particular team that you grew up loving. They're in the college football playoffs.
Yeah,
Eric has given you shit all year. I think a lot of people are giving you shit about it.
Yeah,
their schedule and whatever. You could just say, "Listen, I'm out of here. This is your show. You can talk about whatever." It's your team.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's ragging on me because we play Colorado State, Hawaii, UConn, teams like that. And
UConn's a women's basketball school, by the way.
Yeah, I mean. I'm like, hey, brag all you want. We're undefeated. And, your petty teams lost to teams you shouldn't have, a.k.a. Marshall, a.k.a. Illinois, a.k.a. need I go on? I'm not getting into that, though. But, hey, I mean, when you take L's to teams you shouldn't and we beat teams we should, I don't want to hear from you. But, I mean, not going to lie, I'm impressed with this Michigan squad. I didn't think they'd be as good as or even better than they were last season. So credit to them for, really just, balling out and just getting to this undefeated season, because even last year we weren't undefeated. We lost one game and it was to Michigan State in the season. So to go undefeated this year into the playoffs is pretty cool. I like our chances. I think our chances are better than they were last year. Last year we had to face a really 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 good Georgia team. This year we got TCU heading into it, and if we could beat TCU, we're in the title game. So that'll be
anything can happen.
Wow, that would be crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That would be
Michigan versus. I'm thinking Georgia's going to pull off, the win. I think I think that's going to
happen. And we get a rematch in the title game. That'll be interesting. Yeah. They lost some key pieces. We lost key pieces. So that would be a different kind of matchup for sure. And I like our chances heading to the title game. Now, if we got there, I don't know what that would look like. We'd have to see. Like I said, one game at a time. We have to get through TCU first. So, but I like our chances on getting there. So we'll have to see.
I mean, you guys took a major turn during the season when JJ became the number one starter. QB1. And then we've watched him grow. Like I've watched him grow from that first week he started to where it was kind of topsy-turvy to the next week where they named him the starter and he wasn't really comfortable. But over the last, couple months, that kid's been balling. What you think?
Oh man, yeah, he's been balling for sure, and they need him to be balling like that if we want any real chance. So, he's gotten comfortable. He knows now, like it's your team, dog. Lead these guys and let's go. Credit to the guys on the team. I mean, they've really come together as a team. They've really, rallied around JJ, and so that's been good for him because he is still young. He'll be back next year as our starter. So. Him only being a sophomore and having the season he's had, I can't complain at all. Can't complain. So, excited to see what he can do against TCU. You know, this will be a decent matchup. I don't think people realize, you know, they got a firepower offense, and you know, with Max Duggan and Quentin Johnston, yeah, you know, it's not going to be easy as people think. So we got to be able to stop them, score points, put points on the board, and you know, be ready to go. Credit to our offensive line, though. It's been one of the best all year. You know, we got a lot of veterans on that team, and that team's gonna be fun to watch for sure. You know, I'm excited for them, and let's see what happens. December 31st. So
I know you're ready. And it's not.
I am ready.
It's 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now. I think y'all get what's his name? Should be good to go, right? Blake Horn?
Yeah. I believe so. We still have to see word on that, but I'm pretty sure he'll be ready to go. Which, if he could come back, that'll be big for us. We'll definitely need him
because he tried to play on it, and they said, "Well, no," but he was able to still run a little bit, you know, during the championship game, even though he didn't play. But that first series, and he was like, "Nah, that's it." You know, he can't play. Whatever. Give him, you know, what's it been? 2 weeks already. Give him another 2-3 weeks, maybe
another another couple weeks, and he should be good by then. I mean, if not, we have Donovan Edwards, who's been really good for us, you know, filling in for Blake and all that. So he's had some monster games. So if he can't go, we still have Donovan Edwards. So
I think that TCU's defense is going to give you guys a little bit of an issue
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Their defense is tough.
For sure.
You might not see any, you know, wide ass open wide receivers for Michigan.
Oh no, yeah, this is probably gonna be the toughest matchup we've faced all year. No disrespect to Ohio State, but you had no chance. I mean, you were leaving guys wide open and things like that. And all I ever heard from people in the offseason was how good their defense was and how much they improved their defense. Well, I don't know what they did to improve that, because guys were literally wide open. They let Donovan Edwards just run free up and down the field. So I don't know what they did to improve. I mean, all I'm going to say is, Ryan Day, you're 0-2 since Justin Fields has left against Michigan. That's all I'm saying. We're not going to get into that.
Is
leaving that out there?
Is it Ryan Day, or is it just the fact that Justin Fields was just that dude?
I mean, you see what he's doing in the NFL. So
and we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
We'll talk about that here in a minute. But just saying, 0-2. That's all I'm gonna say.
You can't fight numbers, facts.
No.
The truth. You know, that's what it is. So let's get this. Let's get this stuff out the way. So while you were away, you know, we thought that the team that we watch that plays basketball in the city of Chicago would finally find some traction. But no. We didn't we don't have it. We don't have it. Yeah, so what the hell Bulls, is wrong with the Bulls?
Everything. You know, the defense just isn't. They ain't playing none. What the hell is defense? Apparently.
Yeah, what is defense? I don't know.
They don't play that. Sack's just not playing up to his contract. I mean, all kinds of things. We're having injury issues. You know, lineup issues. Guys are just too inconsistent. Like, coaching is just not there. There's so many things wrong, and I'm just like,
I swear I get so tired of seeing the same stuff over and over. Like, fix some stuff. You know what I mean? Like, fix the offense to where, you know, they're not standing around. I know they were trying to do the spacing thing. We talked about it before. It's so annoying to watch other teams move pieces, have people slashing to the rim. You know, but then you have a game where they'll have like 40-something assists as a team, and then the next game, nothing. Like,
exactly, and I just don't get it. I'm like, wow, you play really, really good because you moved the ball, got everyone involved, and then the next game it's all this ISO ball, and you know, I got to get mine, and he's got to get his, and I'm just like, I just don't get it, you know? And then what really upset me in this whole situation was the fact that they extended Billy Donovan, but they kind of did it behind the fans' backs, didn't really tell people until it got leaked to social media. And I'm just like, Why is that something you hide? I think they knew they would get backlash from it because not a lot of people are Billy Donovan fans, and rightfully so. I mean, yeah, he got us to the playoffs, no doubt about that. But at the same time, he's got a lot of flaws for me, and like you said, offense is one of them for me. I mean, it's just too inconsistent, and then the defense is just non-existent. Like, where is it at?
And it's like the defense. It just says it's stale for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden they try to turn it on. They ain't got that gear yet,
and it's too late. And it's too late by then.
The first game with New York this weekend, or not this weekend, but earlier this week, they were down 20 or some shit. Then all of a sudden they played defense, and then
I turned that game on. I ain't gonna lie.
We get back in that game and get it to overtime, and then once again, no defense. They just let motherfuckers shoot wide open and then leaving Jalen Brunson to do what he does. It's just
wild. And then another thing for me, free throws. They need to dedicate a practice to free throws. I promise you. Like
the next 5 practices should
be. The next 5 practices better be free throws, because imagine if you hit the free throws you miss. There's a lot of games you would have won, i.e. the Magic game. You probably would have won that had you learned to hit your free throws. This Knicks game, had you hit your free throws, you would have won the game. The Hawks game as well. You missed a crucial free throw to win the game. That's what forced overtime and we lost. Yeah. I mean,
it's annoying. It's annoying.
I don't know what they be doing in practice.
I think that I was thinking about it this morning, and I want to get your opinion on something about with the Bulls. So Zoe gets hurt last year, sits out the rest of the season. Yeah. They go into the offseason, and I was trying to play devil's advocate with the decision not to have him get surgery during the offseason or when the season started, or when he initially got injured. They was doing different opinions and everything like that. My thing is, why are we waiting and not pushing him to get these opinions and get the right decision made earlier than we start the season, and then all of a sudden he has to have surgery? That just makes no sense to me.
I mean,
with this last point before I go there, the thing about it is that he's so integral to what they did last year to become the team that they were, as far as having the best record in the East for about 4 or 5 weeks. He was the engine that made the car run. Now we got a Pinto engine, and they put all their eggs in Zoe's basket, and he's not here. But I'm sorry.
I mean, I get your point. I do. I felt like they should have pushed him, but at the same time, you kind of do want to make it like the player's choice, because you don't want to sour a relationship with that player. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get your point. Hey, maybe you should get surgery. Hey, maybe you shouldn't. But you don't want to have too much say, because then that gets in the way, and then these players will be like, oh, well, they don't trust me to make the right decision and yada, yada. So you don't want to get into that aspect of it. But at the same time, I mean, this has been lingering since last year. You got the surgery, and still, it sounds like you can't play again this season. And to me, at this point, and I know no one's going to want to hear this, but if this is going to be the second season in a row that you miss, and you're still feeling pain and discomfort at this point, retirement might be.
Are we looking at I don't know. Did you know who Brandon Roy is? I know you're kind of young.
Yes, I do. Play with the Blazers. Point guard for the Blazers.
Brandon Roy situation, or what's the other big man from the Blazers? That Greg Ogden.
Greg Odom.
Greg Odom. Yeah, whatever. How you spell his name? Odom. Yeah.
Greg Odom.
Odom. Yeah. It might be one of them. I hope not.
That's what it sounded like, but even then, it sounds worse than that, which is why I'm like, retirement might not be down and might not be too long down the road for Lonzo. I hate to say it because he's young, but if you're still feeling pain and discomfort at this point, and you might miss the rest of the season again.
There's some people out here just calling him soft because they're saying people play with pain all the time. But I think that he's been playing the way he's been. I think when athletes lose something, it does something to them mentally. So if he's lost a step, if he's lost the ability to be Zoe,
exactly,
he may be dealing with that too.
But hey, that's how our fan base is. I mean, we tried to rush Derrick Rose back, and we saw what happened with that.
Right.
I mean, they literally rushed him back, and he wasn't ready, and we saw how that saga
That's
ended.
the other part of it. So you made a good point. That's a great point, by the way.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, you kind of just have to support him and do what's best for him, and be like, hey, we support you 100%. Take all the time you need, but at the same time, I wouldn't be shocked if he retired because he can't really play anymore and things like that. It would suck. It definitely would suck because he, like you said, he's been such a big part of what we do as a team, and he's been the energy bunny for our team. But at the same time, it's like he's just, his knee's just not right, and I feel bad for him because he really was starting to, turn his career around from his days with the Lakers and things like that, and being picked that high and everything, and everyone ragging on him, and so I just felt so bad for him because he really was starting to turn it around. So hopefully he can get back out there at some point, but it's looking bleak right now, I'll be honest.
Right. So, okay. Well, we'll see what they do on the third game against New York. New York came in here and beat our ass twice at home. I mean, the second time was a beatdown. I was like, wow.
We got rocked. We got rocked.
That's ridiculous.
We got rocked.
So the last thing we're going to talk about is this quick show so we can get ready for the Bears game. Speaking of the Bears, the Bears had a bye week.
Yeah.
Coming off of I don't even want to, just fucking lost again to those fucking people up north who wear green and yellow.
Oh, man.
And before that, we lost a tough one in Atlanta, right? I think
New York.
I thought it was New York.
New York was after Atlanta. Remember, Justin didn't play. Trevor had to play.
That's right. It was like a blowout.
Yeah, we got blown out 31-10.
Yeah.
That was a fun game.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah,
that was fun.
The Atlanta game was good.
The Atlanta game was fun until Justin got hurt, and it wasn't fun.
Justin got hurt, but then again, seeing Cordell Patterson.
Yeah.
Cordell, or however you say his name. Out of all the things we did great, finally special teams starts to break down. It's like we get this right? We get this part right. The defense is cool, right? Then they go away. Then the offense comes up. Now the offense is playing great. Defense is not, but special teams is playing great. Then all of a sudden, in the fucking Atlanta game, the offense and the defense is playing great, but the special teams killed us. Like, what the?
This has been our season all year. I promise you.
It's like,
this has been our season all year. And actually, it's funny that you bring this up, and I brought this up the other day because I returned to Spaces. I'm still not fully back on Twitter yet. We'll see where that comes up. But I was talking about this the other day in the Spaces because people, bring up the Eagles all the time, which is who we play today. But they bring up, how the whole Jalen Hurts situation and how they put all these things around him and this, and this. And I'm like, if you look at the situation and where the Bears are sitting at 3-10, they actually remind me a lot of Detroit from last year. Detroit was in the exact same boat. They lost a lot of close games that they could have won, that they should have won, and things like that. And they ended their season on a high note. They won like 3 out of 4 and still only ended up with like 3 or 4 wins on the season. But they went into the draft and they just attacked the draft. They said, we'll go out on a limb. We'll draft guys we feel is fit for our team, even if they weren't the popular choices that people wanted. Right. They struck a deal. I mean, they got Aiden Hutchinson at 2, which they didn't think he'd be there. I didn't think he would either. But, hey, they struck that. And then they made a bold move by trading up 20 spots to take Jamison Williams, the wide receiver from Alabama/Ohio State. They moved up to get him. They drafted guys like James Houston, guys like Malcolm Rodriguez, Kirby Joseph from Illinois, guys like that, guys that weren't really on people's radar. They bring them in, set them up for their culture and what they wanted to do. And really, to be honest, they didn't make that much of a splash in free agency. I mean, they brought in a couple guys. They brought in DJ Chark.
But he was hurt. He just played his first game.
Right. He was hurt, and he's been hurt most of the year. He got back recently off of IR, but I mean, they didn't really make splash moves in free agency, and they kind of just, went in and said, hey, this is what we're going to do. This is our plan, and you don't have to like it, but you look at them now, and they've gone high. I mean, they started the season 1-6, and now they've won like 4 or 5 in a row. So it reminds me more of that situation.
Who they played last week? They beat
They played Minnesota last week, creamed them. I mean, and to me, that's more of where the Bears are at than they are Philadelphia or Buffalo or teams like that. They remind me a lot more of that, where, this year is a wash. But hey, if you go in, attack the draft, get guys that fit your system, your scheme, and spend some money in free agency, which they'll have to spend it on guys that fit your scheme. They may not be the popular choices, but hey, your scheme, you never know. They might surprise you. So, they remind me a lot of that, and I could see similar results with the Bears, like I've seen with Detroit this season, and how they really attacked it. I mean, because like I said, they didn't do much. They really didn't do much in free agency.
A lot of it was like Jared Goff again.
I mean, he was like that. He was like that. He was like that last season. I think a lot of it is health.
The growth of Amon-Ra St. Brown has really helped.
Health. The young guys are being developed. They're healthier again, and things like that. Goff was similar to this last year. Goff is Goff. In my opinion, I tell my mom all the time, and I say this about Kirk Cousins too. They're good because of the pieces around him. I mean, you look at it, he's got Amon-Ra, he's got Swift, he's got Williams now. I mean, got a top 5 offensive line. Same thing with Kirk Cousins.
Last night?
Yeah. The Colts are bad. The Colts are bad. You blow a 33-0 lead. I can't take you serious.
I can't even call my brother. I can't call him. I haven't.
Yeah, I don't even know what you do with that.
I can't even. I don't know what to do. He's a diehard. He's been a diehard his whole life. And
look, I grew up loving Peyton Manning, so hey man, and that's the games we get. Those are usually our CBS games we get. So I keep up every now and then, and I watched that game yesterday, and I'm just like, wow, like I can't believe what I watched. I'm just like
33-0.
Yeah, at half, and then they come out and only score 3 points the rest of the game, and lost the game.
I said,
wow, in overtime, mind you.
I'm agonizing on the phone call. I'm gonna have to because I have to do a wellness check on my best friend, my brother.
Wow,
I have to do a wellness check.
I don't even have words for that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have words for that.
Tell me something to tell him. I don't know what to tell him.
Man, what do you tell him? What do you look forward to the draft? Maybe y'all could trade up with the Bears.
Shit, they'll be right there for Bryce Young, for CJ
No, they
Stroud.
won't.
You don't think so?
I think a lot of things would have to happen. So hypothetically, because they have 4 wins, so they would need the Broncos to win a game, and potentially the Bears to win a game. And I don't see either of those 2 teams winning another game.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
we got the Eagles today, Buffalo next week.
Buffalo next week. Then
they might try to play spoiler with if the Vikings and the Lions are right there.
Yeah.
The Bears might play spoiler against Minnesota.
Yeah, I think they have a better chance against Minnesota than Detroit. Detroit's playing literally every game is for them a playoff spot. So,
but continue with you said so the Bears and the the Denver Broncos would have to lose in order for
Philly to move up. Not really Indy.
So, but you said they might.
But actually, I think they only need one of them to win a game. They only need Denver or or Chicago to win a game, and then because I think they're saying the highest they can go is 3, depending on the other two teams ahead of them. Because right now they're picking like 6th or something.
Yeah.
So if the chips fall the correct way, they can move up to as high as 3, and they won't even have to
them to move. I want trade picks. I want motherfucking two extra first round picks, a second, and a future fucking third or some shit. All of that for our pick because we got a quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
The Bears, for the first time in I don't know
50 years,
my whole life. Like I'm 45, and my whole fucking life, I'm like other than watching them win the Super Bowl with this guy running the defense.
I don't know what that's like.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I was able to see that as a kid, but let's just say
the closest thing I got was Rex Grossman in 07. I was 6 years old.
But you were that, and I'm a grown ass man.
I was 6 years old and they lost. Okay,
and we had Kyle Orton who got us there, like sitting there. And
I don't know why Kyle Orton didn't start that game, but that's neither here nor there.
I just thought about it just now, how I lost my voice on the first play.
I know. All I remember is I was screaming when Dad was screaming. I was mad when Dad was mad. So when Devin Hester just ran it all the way to the house, I was running around the house screaming like, "Woo!"
Yeah, I lost.
And then when they lost, I was like, "Boo!"
Yeah, I was devastated because we had that game.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. We went to school that whole week with no radio or nothing.
Conspiracy theorists say that
couldn't listen to the radio, nothing. It was that bad. Yeah. So we drove to school in silence. So I knew it was like, we just the biggest game of our life.
Conspiracy theorists say that that Rex threw the game. It was Peyton's time to win his first championship, so it was rigged, so on and so forth. But I mean, I'm sticking to that. I believe it was rigged.
You sound like my dad.
You don't just get Devin Hester to fucking whatever, and the defense all of a sudden forget how to fucking get turnovers and shit.
My dad says all of a sudden they turn to Rex Grossman. Rex is our guy.
Yeah,
stop running the ball, even though the running game was killing them that whole.
Yeah, I didn't want to relive this, but I just did.
And things like that. But
we have Justin Fields now, who is our quarterback of the future, of the now, of the present.
My guy.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't need a quarterback in the draft. We have other.
No, they should fool everyone and take Will Levis, number 2.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't think we're picking number 2. I'm sticking with that.
I don't think we do either. I think we pick 3.
I'm thinking we don't pick the top. I don't think.
Because like I said, I don't see Denver winning another game. So if they don't, they stay at 2, which goes to Seattle, which kind of stinks. But actually, I could see us winning a game and us dropping to like 6 or 7. So I know people don't want to hear that, but yeah, oh well. So I can see them picking 6 or 7.
Yeah, well, I don't see us picking in the top 10, honestly. I think we trade out of whatever position we are at the end of the year. I really do. I don't see us.
I feel like it depends on where we end up.
There's a king's ransom for
if we get a top. Let's say we land. Well, most likely are. We land in the top 5.
We are.
We land in the top 5. I could see us trading down depending on what number we land at. So, like, let's say we're sitting at 3. You got teams like Indy, who are like, we need a quarterback.
You got Houston.
Houston's got the first pick. They don't need to move, and they got Houston's pick. They don't have to do anything.
No, not. Well, who was I thinking about? Fucking who needs a quarter? Seattle, right? It was Seattle we was talking about.
Seattle's got Denver's pick though, is what I'm saying. They don't have to move either. Yeah. So you're the teams that kind of need quarterbacks kind of don't even have to do anything because they have multiple picks. Like Detroit can win out, and if the Rams lose out, which they've been doing, they'll have a top 5 pick because they get the Rams pick this year. So if they wanted to take a quarterback, they can because they'll have the capita and things like that to take a quarterback. So like a lot of
the quarterback.
What?
Do the Raiders need a quarterback?
I don't know. That's
because they're stupid. They're stupid drafters, and they make dumb decisions all the time. So
I wouldn't say they need one. Only because Derek Carr's still under contract for what 3 years, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
they need one for the future. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe I could see them waiting because next year's class is going to be way better. So I could see them waiting.
Come on,
that's the thing.
I'm sticking with. We're getting out of the top 10. I'm sticking with it. There has to be a way. There's a way.
I think if we do, I don't think we get out the top 10. Even if we trade down, like I could see us trading with like Seattle, like let's say Seattle drop to the 4th. I could see them trading up to 2, giving us the 4th and 16th. We give them the 2nd pick and probably throw in a future 3rd or something like that. Or even with like Detroit moves up to the 2nd pick. We get their 4th and 16th pick or something like that.
They're not going to do it. I might just.
There
ain't too many teams out there that need quarterbacks anymore. This is not like this past.
And really, the only team I could see, like I said, Indy maybe. That's probably about it. Because other teams that need them are already picking in the top 10. So, like even Carolina's picking in the top 10. So, I mean, and most mock drafters know the Bears don't need a quarterback. So they'll probably take Carter or Anderson depending on which one's on the board left. So. I mean, you look at it that way, so the teams that need them don't have to really move or anything. So that's why, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, Indy maybe. I'm trying to think of maybe the Commanders, maybe. Mm-hmm. Even then, I don't think they go one, but maybe the Commanders. Maybe the Giants, depending on what they want to do with Daniel Jones and things like that. Atlanta, maybe they'll see what they have with Ritter these last 4 games because he was named the starter. So maybe Atlanta. New Orleans, but they don't have anything to give because their 1st-round pick goes to Philadelphia. So the Saints are kind of screwed in that sense. Mm-hmm. Maybe the Bucks. We got to see what Tom Brady decides to do.
It don't matter. They still need a quarterback for the future.
Maybe the Bucks. That's a sneaky team to watch. Like I said, it all depends on Tom Brady and what he decides to do. If he decides to retire, maybe he decides to go to back to New England or to San Fran. You know, things to watch, things to keep an eye on. That's a sneaky, quiet team.
You know, we have a friend. We have a friend who's just been losing his mind about a certain quarterback out in San Francisco. Fucking Ryan.
Oh, Brock Purdy. Yes,
Ryan.
Purdy mania is very much alive. He is a cyclone, but it's a very much live and well. Brock Purdy has played well. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I fear for Trey Lance. If Brock Purdy gets them far in the playoffs and they even potentially make a Super Bowl, it's looking tight for Trey Lance. That's all I'm gonna say. Not gonna lie, it's looking tight for him. Yeah. If that happens, and the Niners are really starting to find their stride, so it's looking rough for Trey.
But we got. Yeah, so we got roughly 24 minutes before the Bears game.
I know.
How do you see today? Here's my thing. I'm excited to see Jalen versus Justin.
Yeah, Jalen versus Justin's going to be fun.
I'm excited about Jalen versus Justin.
That's about it. Our wide receiver room is looking thin today.
It's thin.
It's thin today. Cole Kmet, get your hands ready. Yeah. David Montgomery, you're going to be more than a running back today.
Yeah. We might see a lot of N'Keal Harry today.
No, Harry is out today. I'm dead serious. They announced that like a half hour ago. Harry's out today. So that leaves us with Dante Pettis.
What is wrong with him?
His back. So that leaves us with Dante Pettis, Equinemius St. Brown, Velus Jones Jr., Byron Pringle, Simba Webster. That's why I'm Cole Kmet better better be freaking ready.
Kidding me right now?
Like, get open. No, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. That's why I need freaking Cole Kmet to get open.
Maybe there's a reason. Like Claypool, they're just saying fuck it. We're going for next year.
Cole needs to get open. Monty better be ready to run and catch today. And Byron Pringle, I need you to do something. Okay, you're like you're like the best receiver on the field today. So I need you to do something, Byron Pringle, straight up. Yeah, so whole lot of running today. I would not be shocked if that happened.
I mean, Alise.
I'm not gonna lie. We're probably gonna get our heads lobbed off. We'll probably get blown out by 40.
Yeah, I think Jalen will be on the bench.
Jalen gonna have fun
in the third quarter.
He gonna run up and down the field. He gonna throw up and down the field. He gonna have all day. It's gonna be.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be. But I like to just Justin versus Jalen is something.
That's about the only thing to look forward to.
Yeah, that's it.
Justin versus Jalen. That's it. Yeah. Like
but Justin won't be able to really showcase. You know what, man? Just let's get.
That's what makes me mad. It's like
he can't really. So that's the frustrating part. Let's get through these last 4 games. Let's get through these last 4 games. Get to the offseason. Get healthy. Really get down in this playbook.
Claypool, you can have my freaking knee if you want it. My knee is perfectly fine. You can have my knee.
I mean, but that was a terrible hit. You wasn't on here that day. I was like, holy shit, that it looked terrible.
Oh yeah, I watched the game.
When they bent it back, I was like, "Oh my god, that's bad." That
was bad. But
that's smarts, is what
I need ESB to freaking learn to catch a ball though, for real, dude.
Like, he caught that one, bro, but 60-something yarder. That was beautiful.
That was nice, but like the anticipatory throw, you need to come up to the ball, bro. Like,
I bet they.
I need you to be where you're supposed to be at.
I bet they ripped him a new one. Everybody.
Like, dude, like
watched the game. Even the most fucking stark Justin hater was saying, "No, that's not on him."
Yeah, no, you couldn't even blame him.
Like he wasn't even out his break yet.
Right, and I'm like, ESB, dog, you got to be better. Like, and especially with a team like Philly and Buffalo, you have to be on your P's and Q's. Like, you cannot be out of position. Like, you just can't. It cannot happen. You cannot run the wrong route. None of that. Like, you have to be where you're supposed to be.
You just broke my fucking heart. I haven't been on Twitter. I haven't been on watching none of the morning shows or anything like that. I'm just saying. I was looking at the injury report all fucking week. No N'Keal.
I know he practiced all week. That's why I'm like. And then when I saw they listed him as questionable, I'm like, okay, that's weird.
Then they said
that they did that because he practiced in full all week. I don't understand.
Yeah, they're just saying fuck it.
So,
man. We're gonna just save him for next year. Save Claypool for next year. Save Mooney for next year.
No, I freaking need them against today at Buffalo, bro.
And then hold. They might be doing it. They might be.
Well, then they need to be holding Justin back then. Justin don't need to be playing that.
It doesn't make sense to.
So no, I just think they're just just unhealthy, and that sucks. So I thought if anything, the Justin wouldn't have played more than N'Keal Harry because Justin was on the injury report for actual an illness. Wednesday?
Yeah, well, he
didn't practice Wednesday at all. He at least had a DNP on his injury report. N'Keal Harry did not. So that was like confusing to me. But yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer, but ESB better freaking. Bro, I need you to be where you're supposed to be. That's what I'm gonna say. Well, like, be where you're supposed to be. Byron Pringle, I need you to show up and show out something. I need you to do something other than stand there and look cute. I need you to do shit, okay? Cole Kmet, you're probably going to be targeted the most, and you should, because you're probably the only most trusted source out there today. Dante's nice if you don't drop shit. When he doesn't drop shit, he's nice. But he be dropping shit at the most crucial time in the game.
The Bears, I like Wesco.
It sucks he can't play, though.
Yeah, that sucks.
But yeah, I like him too. Yeah. But Monty and Komet better be ready today.
Pettis,
like I said, Pettis is decent. It's just he be dropping stuff at the most inopportune times.
Yeah.
I'd be like, bro, you just had a good play. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
So if he could be consistent, I don't mind Pettis because, like I said, he's had some nice plays. Like that touchdown pass he had against the Commanders, that was dope. That dude reached for that. That was dope. Okay, like that was insane. Like he's had some nice plays. So like if he could just be consistent and catch the ball every time it's thrown his way, I'm happy. This offensive line about to get cooked though. Promise you.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
They about to get cooked.
The offensive line.
I'm about to be
outside of Tevin and Braxton.
I'm about to be really.
It's Leatherwood.
I'm about to be sending my thoughts to Justin today.
They're doing the Leatherwood Reef thing again, the switching out shit. I saw that. I'm like, come on, man. Just pick Leatherwood play.
Well, Leatherwood wind's not up yet. He needs to get his win back up before he plays a full game. So I understand that. But I'll be thinking about Justin today. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, yeah, me too. I just want him to
baby. That's gonna be. God, I'm just thinking about that. Well, that offensive line about to get killed, especially with the interior. Oh man, that interior is about to get.
Well, you know what? You don't even get. Anyway, Alise, we got 15 minutes.
Center is a must. Chicago Bears, if you're listening, that is a must.
Yeah.
Please upgrade at the center position. I'm begging you. Okay.
I'm begging
Please.
too.
I'm begging you. Please upgrade at the center position.
And then when I thought he was out of there, remember what happened? We were recording or something when it was like I forget what happened. It was like he's back. No, you surprised me with the he's back because Patrick is out or something. I forgot.
Yeah.
I was like, what? No.
I promise you must have been a stroke of luck. I'd be like, of all people on the team, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a must. He's a good backup. Like I'll give him that, but he cannot be starting next season. Like that can't be that cannot be your solution next year. Like Patrick, me personally, shouldn't be your solution next year either. You have to either draft one or sign one. Straight up. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Straight up. And this is a very good center class, so you need to at least draft one. Like, straight up. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding you. Like, that's a must. And I'll give Mustard for credit. He's played better as of late, but I mean, if you look at the teams we've played as of late, that's not hard. I mean, the Jets had a good defense, and the offensive line played all right. I mean, the Packers defense ain't that great. So, I mean, credit to them for not giving up a sack, though. That's impressive because someone's always blowing an assignment every time I watch film, but they didn't give up a sack, so that's impressive. But today,
we're going to just make sure we protective energy for Justin today.
We need positive vibes because it's not looking great. Okay. Like, he better put sleeves on today. He better have sleeves on today. It's cold out there today. It's like 22 right now.
He's not gonna wear.
He needs to put freaking sleeves on. He needs to put sleeves on today. Whoa, Anthony Davis is expected to miss at least a month after suffering a right foot injury. Wow. And he was playing well. Matthew Adams, of course, would be out here with no shirt on. Matthew Adams is wild out here today.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. You know what, AD? You got
AD
Chicago tattoo on your arm right here.
You know, AD's a Packers fan.
Yeah, I know. I don't even speak on that part.
He's not allowed back. I don't want him back. He's not allowed back. Yeah, he is not allowed back. I don't want him near me. Right. He's not allowed back. I don't want him back. He's not allowed back. I don't want him back. He's not allowed back. Why is Keke Palmer at the game? She from Chicago, ain't she?
Yeah, I don't know. Is she? I don't know.
I guess so. She at the game.
The sing is Which Kiki is this? There's like
Keke Palmer.
Is that the one that did the movie Nope?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was a good. That was decent, actually. I went to see that. That was decent.
I didn't like it. I couldn't.
The one that announced she was pregnant on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Her.
Is she from
Can't
Chicago?
find nothing. You better have damn sleeves on. If you don't have sleeves on, I'm laughing at him.
Oh yeah, she's from.
It's cold ass. You have sleeves on. You put a coat on today. Yeah, you better put some sleeves on today. Straight up, put some sleeves on today.
All right, well, let's get out of here, Alise. Let's just get ready for watch the game and enjoy the whatever it's going to be. We're going to watch it. Whatever. We're diehard Bears fans for a reason. We're going to watch good, bad, or indifferent. And
we're about to get 50 balled.
But I'm about
to waste my Sunday watching this game.
Yeah, you won't see a fucking barrage of tweets and happiness and all that. I'm just going to be chill.
I'm not back on Twitter like that yet. I just scroll through. I don't even like nothing right now either. I just scroll through. But
I like the fact that I see your face. I know you're okay.
Yeah, I'm doing better each day. It's getting through the day. But doing better each day, so that's good.
All right.
Good to smile again. That's good too.
Well, give your shout outs and then we'll get out of
here. Shout out to the scumbags. Y'all know who you are. I love y'all.
God,
even though y'all are crazy sometimes.
The group chat is.
Yeah, y'all are crazy sometimes, but I love y'all. Y'all know that. Shout out to my family. Y'all are supportive of me through all of it. Especially now. We've been through a lot, but we're getting through it. Shout out to you and Eric. Love y'all. Y'all know that. Shout out to the Three Kings. Y'all my guys. Y'all been my day ones since forever. Shout out to my friend Ray. He's been a buddy of mine for a long time, so he knows who he is. Love you. Shout out to the Bears, man. Please don't get blown out, but that's a tall task, apparently. Jack Sanborn, I need you to get an interception for me. Something. Make something exciting. Shout out to Justin Fields. I'm glad you put the braids back in your head because you was looking dusty the other day with the naps in your head. That was looking nasty.
No such thing as naps.
Glad you put the braids back in. And shout out to everyone. Shout out to our listeners. Thanks for listening. Viewers. Like, comment, subscribe.
We have viewers now.
We do have viewers now. So appreciate all you viewers and you listeners too.
Yeah.
All you proud listeners. I appreciate you as well. But yeah, shout out to my mom's Lions. I know no one wants to hear that, but they're doing good and she's happy. So she's happy. If she's happy, I'm happy. So they get a shout out.
Shout out to Alise's mother. Who I know and love dearly, beautiful woman.
Yes.
But let me just say, go Army. And
no, go Navy. That was a good game, though.
That was a good game. But she knows, so if she sees this, she knows that it's all love. But the freaking Golden Knights beat them Michigan's ass.
Navy, bro. He playing. He know not to play like that. He know not to play.
So shout out to her. Shout out to my kids. My daughter with her growth as a leader. That's been amazing. My other daughter, she's on her winter break from college. She came home with damn near straight A's. I think we had one B. Economics is tough, but it is what it is. Tyler, it'll be all right. Don't even worry about it. Shout out to my niece Olivia. She got a scholarship offer.
Nice.
Her first acceptance letter, and it came with a scholarship offer. So shout out.
Nice. Good for her.
Shout out to my nephew Noah. I ain't heard from you, boy. Call me. That was a straight uncle move, right? But I'm gonna hit him up. Shout out to my wife. She's just been,
yes,
here. And
your wife's amazing.
Yeah, not for nothing. I got her a PS5 just out the blue.
We just got one too.
Yeah,
we just got a PS5 and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing.
It's amazing.
We've been playing GTA 5 online So that's what I was doing this morning before we got started.
Oh yeah, we got all the
ice.
games.
I couldn't stop.
I just played
There was
Madden.
the ice happening. I couldn't stop.
Yeah, we got one too. We just recently got one, and it's great. I play Madden on it all the time. I'm teaching my dad the controls, so it's great.
That's good.
We play Madden on it. We play 2K. We play. He got a wrestling game. We got this driving game. We have to set up the wheel and stuff. But
right.
Yeah, we just got one, and it's dope.
Yeah, if it's Gran Turismo, that shit is amazing on there. But yeah, so shout out to the scumbags. Y'all know you guys.
Y'all know who you are.
Y'all know how much
GG.
Y'all, all that good stuff. And my sisters, my brothers, everybody, my cousins, my whole family. Love you guys. Love you, Alise. Eric,
love you too.
We'll get on here and talk some White Sox since we had a major move by the
right?
Fighters. But you know what? We got to get up out of here. Game is in what, 8 minutes. So
8 minutes. Before we go though, real quick.
Go ahead.
Before we go, I dedicate this to my late great Uncle David and my Professor Craig. Love you guys.
Yes. And with that, Ray's Joint is closed.
Yeah, we out.